Sometimes it so happens that you buy a book after seeing the title of the book. But when you start reading, you realize that the title is something and the contents are something else. Sometimes it happens with law also. If you read section 23 of the Evidence Act, you will get the same feeling. When you look at the title, it says admission in civil cases when relevant. The moment you look at the title, you start thinking that this is discussing about those admissions which are relevant in civil cases. But no, it is not. It is discussing about two such situations where admission is not relevant in civil cases. Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari and we were discussing Indian Evidence Act chapter 2, which is all about relevancy of facts covering from section 5 to 55. Here we are going to focus on section 23, which is all about admission in civil cases when relevant. We are understanding two important scenarios where admissions are not relevant in civil cases along with the chart and a case law. Why to waste time? Let's get into the first slide. While section 23 titled as admissions in civil cases when relevant, it basically discusses about two exceptions where admissions are not relevant in civil cases. When are they not relevant? If the court has already expressed that the evidence should not be given, in that case the admissions in civil cases are not relevant. Likewise, if the parties have already agreed together that they will not produce any evidence, in that case also admission in civil cases are not relevant. The section reads, in civil cases, no admission is relevant if it is made either upon an express condition that evidence of it is not to be given or under circumstances from which the court can infer that the parties agreed together that evidence of it should not be given. Sometimes it so happens that the parties are not very clearly declaring that no, we are not going to give any evidence. But if they have given any such statement which are meaning so, or if the court infers or brings an interpretation based on the statements made by the parties that yes, you have agreed that you are not going to bring any evidence on so and so matter, in that case there cannot be any admission in such civil cases. I hope that is very important. Now, why is that done? What is the importance? To understand that, let's refer the case law Houghton versus Houghton. Now, what happens in a civil case? If parties start giving evidence after evidence, if there are admissions after admissions, all that is happening and that is killing the court time as well as the parties' time. So sometimes it so happens that parties decide, okay, let us close this matter mutually. In such cases, they agree that let's not get into admissions or let's not consider everything as an evidence. Let's go with an understanding that we want to close this case favorably as early as possible. In that case, there is an understanding between these two parties and court will respect the same so that the parties will speak freely and they come to a conclusion as far as that particular case is concerned. Now, if everything is recorded as an admission, then parties will hesitate to talk. If there is no free talk, then there are no conclusions. Only when people come up with their thoughts openly, then the court can also easily sort out the issue. And by doing such an arrangement that by avoiding admissions, in that case what happens? Parties start to express their thought process easily and then there can be conclusions also easily. That is why this particular section is very important to close a case at a shorter time version. That is the importance of section 23. The section also gives an explanation saying that nothing in this section shall be taken to exempt any barrister, pleader, attorney or vakil from giving evidence of any matter of which he may be compelled to give evidence under section 126. Now, if there is any compel on barrister, pleader, attorney or vakil as discussed under section 126, this section will not be considered. That means section 126 can overtake section 23 when such evidence are compelled to be given by barrister, pleader, attorney or vakil. That's about section 23, and in my next class I will be covering the last section as far as admission is concerned, that is section 31, where I am going to help you guys to understand the term estoppel. Thank you so much for subscribing my channel. Please like, share and comment my videos. All the very best for whatsoever purpose you are referring my channel, and thanks again.